Hello, what's up guys? I'm Kyle from KGR, and today we are going to be doing a review on the Scuba Suit NECA Crash figure. So now I finally reviewed all the NECA Crash figures. And when I first got this figure, I got this at launch. And the first thing I thought when I got this was Scuba Steve.
Ow! Scuba Steve! Damn you!
And even as a kid, I used to have the Restoris Scuba Crash as well, but sadly I no longer have that. So I cannot do a comparison to that as much as I really want to, but I am not going to invest $100 or more just to try to track one down just for a figure review. I don't make enough on YouTube to do that. At first, with the Jetpack Crash, I was disappointed that you can't take the gear off. But with this, I love this. I think out of all three of the quote gimmick Crash figures, where like he has either a jet board, a jetpack, or this is one of the coolest looking ones in my opinion. He looks so awesome. He does borrow the same head sculpt as the original release that you will see right here, judging by the way his mouth is, but the eyebrows are stuck like this, and you have the goggles, and the scuba suit, like the whole gear looks so cool. I love this so much. I like the little scuffs they got on here as well, and look at these little flippers down here. This looks so neat. I love this so much. Oh my god, this is so neat. I don't know. I think this is probably one of the coolest ones. It's like it's a tie kind of between this and Jetpack Crash. Jetboard, no lie, it's just scary looking, but the jetboard's cool. But that's it. But this figure, this thing looks so neat. This is so rad. Let's go over the figure's paint, which, to be honest, I didn't really look at it when I first got it, but now I'm actually like doing a breakdown on it. This is probably the best paint job we got on Crash so far. I mean, the hair is still not accurate, but like the blending on the rest of the head is seriously better than any Crash figure we've gotten so far. No lie, it's almost worth grabbing another one of these figures just to take all of this off and then have another like standard Crash figure or some other Crash figure and swap the legs and put on the eyebrows of the other Crash, and you got yourself a better looking Crash figure, because for the most part this stuff can come off. Like, this is not molded onto the figure. These are all like separate things. So honestly, you can get them for about like 25 to 30 bucks or so. So if you feel like doing a little bit of messing around, by all means go for it. Like, it could be like the definitive Crash figure. But I don't feel like doing that, but now I'm kind of curious. I almost want to. But besides the paint, articulation, it's mostly the same. If you have any of the other NECA Crash figures, you kind of know what to expect. But if you don't, let's do a breakdown. Now, we do have I think it's a double ball peg on the head. But normally on the Jetpack Crash, it's really restrictive. Which, I mean, it's kind of restrictive here. You can't really go down too much. But going back is absolutely possible. For some reason, can't seem to do it on camera. There we go. So you can make it look like he's actually swimming. So if you want to swim in Crash Bandicoot, there you go. Which, to be honest, if you didn't do that, I would have been very disappointed. This is one of the best Crash figures. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is this is so cool. And then we got the ab crunch, which you really can't really do too much with because everything is restricted. Like, he is tied down. You got the universal shoulder, so you can go up to here, and then you got the bicep swivel. So I mean, bicep swivel. So you can do the 90-degree bend, and you can say hello. Hi. Then we got the hinge on the hand, so you can go forward and back with it, and then it's on a peg, so you can also swing that left and right. And then the legs are on ball pegs, so you can go forward a decent bit, but not a lot. But going back is restricted because of the way his butt is sculpted. It'd be nice to actually have his legs go backwards, but for some reason NECA didn't want to do that, so fine. Then same thing with the elbows is on the knees, so you can bend it backwards on a hinge, and then it's on a peg, so you can go left and right. And then you do got a little bit of a, I think it's a ball, some type of ball joint, I don't know, on the ankles. But when you first get it, it's gonna be very tight. But over time, it is gonna loosen up, because just like the Jetpack Crash, it does get a little bit top heavy and he'll end up leaning on his ankles a lot, and then just wearing out, and then leaning on one foot, and then falling over. But even though he does have these giant flippers, I do recommend getting the acrylic stands because it will just help him balance a lot better. And I noticed that he leans on the left foot, at least on my figure. Everybody posts their figures differently, so it could be different for you, but for me, the left one kind of went out, so I would have him lean towards the right foot. I mean, they all have the pegs. Just gotta look for it. There we go. The acrylic stands you can get on Amazon, eBay. Some stores might have them. I think Target might carry them too, because they're starting to carry NECA figures, and Walmart's gonna start doing that too. Now, I would compare these to, you know, the resource, but I don't have the resource, so I'm kind of sad about that. I had it as a kid, not now. But if I did have it, I would say I do wish that I did have his little, whatever his little vehicle thing is, underwater. You know what? I have the manual for Crash Warped. Let me look for it. Okay, so the manual doesn't have it, and I don't feel like Googling it. So if you know what that thing is called, let me know in the comments. And I really think it would have been really awesome if he would have had it. It would have jumped the price up a good bit, probably like another $5 or $10, but I would have bought it. Like, I would have been down. I think it would complete the look. Sadly, there'd be no way for you to really pose him using it, but I still want it, especially since the original figure had it. But if you compare him to the original Crash, like I said, the paint is much better. Now again, like if you see how the heads are, you can see the blending that doesn't exist on the first one, and the amazing blending on the new one. Even on the arms as well. Like the arms, whew. I think the head's like the most impressive thing, to be honest. As of this recording, these figures still are readily available. You can find them all over eBay, Big Bad Toy Store, except for the original release. The original release is sold out on Big Bad Toy Store. GameStop might even carry them in store. Not very often. It was very rare for me to find them in store, but you can. And because these figures have been out for a while, they tend to go on sale quite often as well. So keep on the lookout. And also, you can find these bad boys at conventions, like Too Many Games. I like to go there. So if you can find this guy at a convention, or you can find him for like 20 to 25 bucks, pick him up. But I think he's going for probably at least 30. Between 25 to 30, somewhere around there. I think he's definitely worth picking up for that price. But anything above 30, kind of stretching it. Yeah, when I first got this, I paid $27 plus 4 shipping, which hasn't really moved since that original release. Like, I think the MSRP was supposed to be like 33 bucks, but now it's about like 27. I mean, if you can get them for 25, yeah, go for it. Yeah, don't pay more than 30 bucks though. That's I guess if you find it for 33, then cool, fine, go for it. But this, in my opinion, is one of the best Crash NECA figures, hands down. So let me know in the comments, what do you think of this Crash figure? Do you have any of the NECA ones? What do you think? If you don't have this, do you plan on picking them up? I'd say look around on eBay first so you can find it for less than 25 bucks or so. But if you can't, then Big Bad Toy Store is probably your best bet. I always thought it was cool. And when I had him hands-on at first, I loved him. But after doing a review, I fell back in love with him. He's super awesome. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new and you like what you saw, you know what to do. The description has my social media, but I really recommend you check out my Instagram. And that's all I gotta say for this one, so thank you for watching. I love you guys to death, and I'll see you on the next one. So peace.